Good day everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel where we dive into the powerful world of Civil 3D. Today I'm excited to show you how to create surface control, an essential skill for terrain modeling, site design and engineering projects. Whether you're a beginner or you're looking to refine your workflow, this tutorial will give you a clear steps to get it done efficiently. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. So we start with the raw data that we collected from site, which I saved as points. We open it up in Word or any other text app you can get. But here I'm going to be using the Notepad, Excel and AutoCAD to run this tutorial. First of all, I've opened my data in a Notepad. I'm going to copy all by selecting all and copying it. Then I'll move these selected points to the Excel so I can arrange it in format that the AutoCAD import tool can understand. Then I open a new workspace, then I paste. Then because of the delimiters, the points are put together, so to separate them we come to data tools, then text to column. Changing the text to column, the delimiter we used here is comma. We know we have different kind of delimiters. We have the space delimiter, we have the comma delimiter, we have the semicolon delimiter, we have the tab, we have the equals to and likes. But here we are concerned with the comma delimiter, so I'm going to check the comma delimiter when I'm going to finish. So it's going to be putting it in separate columns. First, I'm going to delete this row because I do not need it. Then secondly, I want to arrange my points such that we have the point numbers, the easting, the northing, the height, and then the description. For now we have the description, easting, northing and height, but what I want is the point number, the easting, the northing and the height with the description. So I'm going to move this whole column to this other side. Then I start my numbering from 1. Then this small box like shape here that looks like a double rectangle sitting on each other, I double click on it, it fills everything. Then you come straight down here where it says auto fill options, and you click on it, you change it to fill series so it can number it accordingly. You can leave it as 1 and it doesn't affect anything, but it's better to always do things in a well defined manner. So maybe numbering it accordingly from 1 to 400 is better. So now after that, you can save your work from here as .csv, which the import tool in AutoCAD Civil 3D will understand and recognize. Or you can copy this old text again and take it back to the notepad, then paste it, then add the delimiter, then save and import. But here I'm just going to be using I'm going to be saving this document as CSV and then importing back into AutoCAD. So to do that, we click on save, or you do Ctrl S as we know. Then it brings out this. Then I'll go to more option. Then I'll browse, so my Windows file can open up. Then I'll save to my preferred location. But now coming to save as type, it says Excel workbook, but we don't want it to be saved as Excel workbook. We want to be saved as CSV. So we'll click on this, then we'll come to CSV. You know, we have a lot of CSV format here, but we are going to be saving based on our delimiter. Now we are using comma delimiter. So we are going to be saving as CSV comma delimiter. Then you click on it, then you give it a name. I'm going to give it topo, then I'll save. It's going to be asking us this, then you just click on yes, then you close up. Then after that, you minimize this. I'll minimize this. Now we go for our AutoCAD next. I'm going to be using AutoCAD Civil 3D 2020. So those of you that are using AutoCAD 2015, 2018, 2020, 2022, 2024, and 2025. This tutorial is still applicable to you, because as the functions for the years I've mentioned, the functions are still relatable to each other. So I'm going to be opening a new document, then I'll set up the page. To set up the page and the matrix of the page, I'm going to be using UN as a shortcut. Unit, set up the unit, then I click on it, then we work in clockwise manner. Check precision, you can pick the precision you want. You can leave it as degree, minute, or seconds, or you can leave it degree and minute. I'm going to be using degree and minute. Then what? The unit to scale intersected content. Then you change it to, I don't know what it's going to be with you. It could be feet, it could be millimeters, but we are going to be working with what? Meters. Then the direction, you change it to knot. Then lightning, you can change this to international, America, anyone you want. It doesn't have much of an effect. Then you click on OK. Now the page has been set up. What's next for us now is to import our points, the points we saved as CSV. To do that, we'll come to what? Create ground data. Creating ground data, just from the meaning, creating ground data. Then we'll come to points, then we'll click on points, then we'll click on point creation tools. It brings out this, then we'll go to the last option. All of this has their own function, but all we want to do is the last function, which is the import tools. Then I click on it, then it shows me select files. Then I click on this plus to open my Windows Explorer or File Explorer. So I click on it. Now select file source. So this is the .csv we saved from what? Excel. Then we open it up. If your data is arranged well and saved in a good format, it's going to be accepted and checked. But in case your data is not arranged well and is not in good format, the file you are bringing is not a recognizable format by AutoCAD, it's going to be throwing a cancel and asking you to what? Replace the file. So follow all the steps I have done before, and I think you shouldn't have any issues. So now specific point file format. Specify point file format, is asking you to specify how you have formatted your document. Format has a lot of meaning, but format here is how you have arranged your data. So we have ENZ, comma delimited, XR, XYZ, RGB, comma delimited, auto text, uploaded file, NEZ. But what we did is we used point numbers. I think I said it when I was arranging my data. Point numbers, easting, nothing, point description, point and point description. So what we do now is go down and click on point PENZE, which is point numbers, easting, nothing, height, then what? Description. And it should display it, or how your document should be displayed. Not all, at least give you a sample of what you should be expecting of how your document should be. Do not make a mistake. We have PENZD and we have PNEZE, where the nothing and easting has been swapped. But here I use easting and nothing. If you are using nothing and easting, ensure you are clicking on PNEZD. So after that, you click on OK. Your point should have been imported, but we are in a regular space, so it's not showing here. So to display out your point, you have to zoom to extent. To do that, you could come here and just click on this arrow, two arrows crossing each other, to extent, or you can just press the shortcut Z, enter, which is zoom, and E, enter, which is extent. So based on the fact that the video we are making today is just for what? Surface contour, how to create a surface contour, I'm going to be limiting the video to just surface contour production. All other details and likes won't be done. I'm just going to cover the perimeter and create the contour and show you how to create the contour within a perimeter or a specific space. So first of all, our points are already displayed, but they are literally too big. So we can reduce the nodes or the point styles by clicking one of the points, and our ribbon changes to this, giving us a Congo point calculated number of points, Congo points. And we'll click on what, come to modify, then click on what, click on point group properties. So when you click on point group properties, this shows up. Then you come to what, point style. Point style, you leave it as basic. Then you come to this brush, press down to select the action or just click on the button. So I will just click on this and this comes up. This allows you to choose any kind of marker you want. You can choose the plus and it keeps displaying here. You can choose the cross, you can choose the dot, you can choose this or anyone you want, but I'm going to be leaving mine as cross, as a plus, sorry, and taking off this. Then we'll change the size using drawing scale. No, we are going to be use size in absolute unit. I'm going to change this to 0.5 to make it smaller so I can be able to select the accurate point I want. Then based on how your points are clustered actually is what you use in picking the size. Yeah, I'm using 0.5. If your points are more clusters than that, you can use 0.1. If they are less clustered, you can use 1, you can use 2, you can use 2.5 and apply. Okay, then we'll come to point label style. To do point label style, we are going to be clicking on this arrow. So we have all options. You can do description only, which we imported with the points and with the nothing is in and out we put in. You can do elevation and description, which also was installed and imported with it. Elevation, nothing and listing, points, number only, and points and descriptions. Points meaning the point numbers that we imported with it. So we do descriptions only. Then we what? First, also edit the size, changing this to 0.5, and then we apply, then we say okay, then we apply, and then we say okay. So our point style has been reduced and our description has been displayed. So now what's next is to what, draw our perimeter, identify the points that are called perimeter. For this we use PR as our perimeter. So we start from point 1, PR1 is this. Then we'll, from here we'll go to PR2, which is this. Then we'll go to PR3, which is this. Then we'll go to PR4, then we'll finally close. You can press C to close, or you can press this and you close it up. So since we are just focusing on these boundaries for the creation of the word contour, I think we can just switch off all the points and leave the boundary. The points still remain on the working workspace, but they won't be displayed. So to do that, you click on any of the points, come to points property, point group property again, click on it, then change this to none by just clicking on this arrow and go up, and this, click on this arrow too, then click on none, then apply, then okay. Our point has been hidden now. They are there, but they are hidden. So now the next thing is to what, create surface. Then we are coming to what, create ground data again. Then to do that, then we'll click on what, point surface, then we'll do create surface. So to create surface, we have 4 different kind of surface types of surface that you can create. We have thin surface, we have grid surface, we have the grid volume surface, and we have the thin volume surface. We are going to be running an extensive explanation of most of the tools in AutoCAD in another video, but for this video we're just creating surface contour. So we are going to be using thin surface here. Click on it and we'll give it a name. Let's name it also topo. Leave the style, leave the rendering materials. The style could be changed based on our discretions as we proceed. I will click on OK. So we have created the surface, but we have not defined the surface. The difference between creating a surface and defining the surface. So to define the surface, we are going to be using tool space. To get the tool space, you come to your palette. As long as you're using Civil 3D, you have a tool space where you can click on and this will show up. So this showing up, you come to surface, under prospectors, There's settings, there's survey, there's toolbox. All of these have their own different uses. Survey, then we have settings, but here we are just focusing on what? The prospectus. Come to what? Come to surface, click on this, then click on this plus also, then you come to definition. That's why I said there's difference between creating a surface and what? Defining the surface. So to define the surface, you click on the surface, click on the surface name, and you come to definition, click on this plus also. Then now come down to all of this can be used to what? Define the surface, but we are basically just going to be focusing on two options here. One is the boundary and the other one is the point groups. The point groups allows us to import the points into the surface, while the boundary allows us to show the extent to which we want the contours to be displayed. So now let's first add our points. You add point by clicking on this and right clicking on it, then you press add. The only point group that we put in is just all points, so we click on it, then we apply, then we say okay. As soon as you do that, a contour will be displayed with a boundary surrounding all the points that was picked on site or that were created on site. So now to reduce this extent to just the boundary that we created, we'll come back to two space, come back to definition and click on boundary, then right click and we add, then we give it a name. I'll name it boundary, then outer space, non-destructive break lines, then 1 meter, then okay. Then as soon as you click on okay, it will ask you to select the object. So you just go to the boundary you want to be the extent of the contour, and you click on it, and it creates the contour just within the boundary you have created. So now we have created our contour. Yes, it's okay, it's fine, but you need to edit it to make it better. You need to edit it, and also for a layman to understand, you have to label each contour lines. So we click on one contour line, then we right click, sorry, my mouse, let me go back, then we'll click on one of the contour lines, then we right click on any surface of the workspace, then we'll come down to edit surface style, and you click on edit surface style. As soon as you click on edit surface style, this shows up. We have all other functions on it, but what we are concerned with here is the contour and the display. There is the display and here is the contour. This display holds the visibility for all functions that we are going to be using, that are meant to be used or that are to be used in surface creation. So here it only checks in 3, because those are the three that we've used. So one is the border, which is the border for the perimeter. Second one is the major contour, and third one is the minor contour. For this work, I'm just going to be using the major contour, as major contour is the major contour depicts more of the terrain changes. So I'm going to be unchecking the border and unchecking the minor contour, and I'm going to change the color under the color. So I'm changing the color here to 32, which is brown. 32, which is brown. And contour lines in this area I find myself, I'm in Nigeria, contour lines are mostly depicted in brown, and their labels also depicted in brown. So once you do that, you come back to contour. Now, contour properties, we have contour range, we have 3D geometry, we have legends, we have the contour intervals. But what we are concerned here is the contour interval and the contour smoothing. Contour intervals tells us at what interval do you want the contours to be drawn, and the smoothing helps us to smoothen or make the contour a bit realistic, not with edges, removing all the edges. So we click here, right here on interval, I will change the minor contour since we don't actually fancy anything on it. I'll just change it to 0.5 and I'll change the major contour to 1. Then we'll come down to contour smoothing. It's on false. We'll change it to true and then we would apply. But yes, after applying it will show. After changing the contour smoothing to true, you come to contour smoothing, then increase it to the highest so it can smoothen all edges in the contour. Then you apply and that should be done. So if you notice, there's a difference between the former contours lines that we were looking at and what is here now. So that is just a simple way of creating what contour surface contours. Now I'm going to be showing you how to label this contour. You can do it manually by just clicking on each line. As we know, a contour is a line that shows it's a line that connects equal height. So along this line they should definitely have equal height. So you could check as it's displaying the height, then you label it. You check and you label. So all we do now is, or you can also do the automatic method by coming to annotate, come to label and tables, instead of then click on this tag. When you click on this tag, a drop box like this comes up and you click on what, you change this to what, to line, sorry, not lines and curve, you change it to surface since we are about to label a surface. Then you label type not slope, we are going to for contour single. Then we'll come to user contour label since we are already using existing major labels. So we click on this pencil, or we can edit from here too and exempt the minor contour. So here we'll use this. Then we'll I'll change the height to 2. My color also, I'll change it to 2 to 32. Then I come down to this, I'll leave it as true. These ones you can change them or add them to plus or minus any which way you want. It's fine. The reasons why background mask should be on is because the contour lines shouldn't be crossing your what labels. So now to change, our contours have been labeled, yes. We have the contour numbers here, but there is the meter missing. So to add the meter, you click on content here and you click on these 3 dots. Once you click on that 3 dots, it brings this up. Then you click on this once, and this is the settings that has been put here. And you click one and add your meters. At the end of the writings, add your meters and click on OK. If you don't do this way, you have to start explode the labels and start adding the meters one by one, which it might be stressful. Then you apply, then you click on OK, then you click add, and then you start specifying positions where you want the contours to be added by clicking each line like this, 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 like this. Like I said, contour line shows the what, it's a line that shows the height of, that connects height of the same height. So then we click on this, then this, then this, then this, then this, then this, this, and I think that's fine. Okay. So I think that's that about creating contours and labeling. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this tutorial helpful in mastering Civil 3D contour creation. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bells so that you will not miss out the next or the future tutorials that will be dropped on this channel. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for what you'd like to see next. Until next time, happy design.